What if I told you that the next big thing in AI is creating digital versions of real people? Companies are jumping on this trend to revolutionize industries from fashion to pharmaceuticals. In this video, we'll dive into the world of digital humans and explore how this cutting-edge technology is transforming business as we know it. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this one. And that's why I'm building AI Capitalist, to help business leaders ride the wave of AI to greater profitability. These days, AI systems can gobble up a truckload of data about an individual person. We're talking everything from facial features, to your shopping habits, to your medical history. Then, using that valuable information, AI can create digital versions of you. Kind of like an evil twin, but hopefully not evil. This digital doppelganger can then be used to predict how you'd look in a certain outfit, how you'd respond to survey questions, or even how a disease might progress in your body over time. Now, I know what you think, but Evan, won't this put a bunch of humans out of work? And sure, that's a valid concern. But the companies doing this say that real people still play a crucial role in the process. Plus, folks can actually get paid for sharing their data to create these AI clones of themselves. For businesses, it's all about scaling up faster and cutting costs. According to the brainiacs over at Gartner, which is a big consulting firm, this technology is called digital humans. And get this, they think that in 5 to 10 years, companies might have digital twins for every single one of their customers. That's right, army of AI use running around in cyberspace. Of course, there are some challenges to overcome, like making sure people don't get all creeped out by the whole thing. But despite that, the businesses are starting to put their money where their digital mouth is. So let's start with the fashion industry. A company called AI Fashion is helping clothiers like Anne Klein generate entire photo shoots using only AI. They take photos of real models and use them to create completely new images of those models, showing off different outfits. It's like having an infinite wardrobe and an infinite number of models, all without the hassle of scheduling shoots or dealing with diva behavior. Anne Klein's head honcho of digital technology, Doug Weiss, says that consumers are all about personalization these days. They want to see products in a bunch of different settings, and AI lets them do that on a massive scale. Now, this doesn't mean the end of traditional photo shoots, but it gives brands a way to create a ton of extra content to satisfy their shoppers' cravings. AI Fashion tries to keep things on the up and up by making sure real human models are at the center of the process. They get paid for their work, and they can turn down any campaigns that they're not comfortable with. It's a win-win. The models get compensated, and the brands get a cost-effective way to create more personalized content. Moving on to focus groups, where companies pay people to sit around the table and share their opinions on new product lines that they've been shown or new advertising campaigns. Well, a startup called Brox AI has created a tool that lets businesses ask questions of digital versions of people without the hassle and expense of setting up real focus groups. Brox has created digital twins of 27,000 real individuals, complete with info on where they shop and what they buy and what they like. They gathered all this data by interviewing people extensively and then paying them for their time. Then, using their proprietary AI algorithm, Brox can generate answers to questions like whether a 30-something woman would be willing to pay 10% more for a streaming service that would offer a particular show. This focus group tool can cost companies anywhere from $25,000 to several $100,000 per year, depending on how they use it. Considering how long a focus group takes to build and reach conclusions, digital humans can really help accelerate that schedule and make you the first to market. In terms of budget, some businesses spend millions on focus groups annually, so even a seemingly high price can still deliver value. And if you feel that you're gaining value from this episode, I would urge you to hit the like button. Hitting like lets me know that I'm making the content that you want to see, and it helps spread that content to others. I thank you genuinely for your support. Now let's talk about something a bit more serious, clinical trials. A startup called Unlearn is using AI to create digital twins of people that can predict how a specific disease might progress over time in that individual. This could be a game changer for the way that clinical trials are conducted. Usually in a clinical trial, one group of people gets an experimental drug while another group gets a placebo. The placebo group is there so that researchers can see how the disease would progress without the treatment. What if we could use AI to create digital versions of those placebo patients instead? Well, that's exactly what Unlearn is doing. They take a baseline of health data about a trial participant, they feed it into a sophisticated AI model trained on loads of clinical data, and boom, out pops a digital twin that can predict how that person's disease would likely progress if they were in the placebo group, not in the treated group. Now, the beauty of this is that it means that more real people could be in the group receiving the experimental treatment, potentially giving them access to life-saving therapies. For diseases like ALS, which is Lou Gehrig's disease, where patients often pass away within a few years of diagnosis, this could be a real breakthrough. Of course, patients would have to consent to having their digital twins created as part of the normal clinical trial process, but they likely wouldn't get paid extra for it. The reward is the chance to get access to cutting-edge treatment. A biotech company called Corellis, which is working on precision medicine for ALS and for other neurodegenerative diseases, plans to start testing Unlearn's technology as early as next year. They'll use it alongside traditional placebo groups at first, but the hope is that eventually AI-generated patient data could replace the need for placebos altogether. So what does this mean for you, the business leader? Well, hiring digital humans in all these cases results in faster, better, and cheaper results. But as with any new technology, there are ethical considerations to keep in mind to make sure that people are compensated fairly for sharing their data and that their privacy is protected. Companies are going to need to be transparent about how they're using AI and get clear consent from all participants.